Hi Aries, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. I'm here to do a read, and this will be for March 2019, the full month. This will be a general read for all Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, even as well as your Venus. So you never know what's going to pop up, so keep in mind it's a general read. It's not going to be for everyone, and if it's not for you, save it for another Aries that it might be for, okay? All right, so with that being said, please continue your likes, your subscribes, your shares. Do keep them coming. I do appreciate it. And I have got to tell you, I have got the most loving comments that I have ever seen since my whole history, within the year being on YouTube. Now, keep in mind, I'm part-time. I think maybe if I went full-time, I'd have double subscribers, but it's not so much that, because the biggest thing for me, what I find, it's about the quality, and I swear to you, I've got the best YouTube subscribers, and I'm going to keep saying that until I'm blue in the face, because it's true. The outpouring comments have just floored me, and almost brought me to tears. It's just crazy. And I'm not talking just a little comment. I'm talking about those of you that have been writing, and this has been happening for these almost like the last 30 days. And I've got to tell you, all of you, and I'm going to make it a point to say this on my videos, how much I really appreciate that. So I really do. It's why I do what I do, even at tough times that I might be going through. Like you, we go through transitions and transformations and everything. But it's all about this self-beautiful discovery, and kind of finding that joy in that. And anyway, I just wanted to thank you for that, okay? Because I'm reading those, and it's just making me just elated and so happy, okay? All right, it lets me know that you're resonating with it. So that being said, if you would like a personal read, go to theguidedintuitive.com and we'll get you set up over there, okay? So with that, Aries, let's see what's in store for you. It's gonna be a little bit different than I've done the other months, and again, this is a general read. So let's go ahead and pop out the first card and see what we've got here for you, okay? Ooh, bring on the heat, okay? Very, very nice. What I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and move the camera down to the board, and that way you can see it a little bit better. I don't know if you can see Bella. She's right there. If you can see her, isn't she adorable? She's kind of sinking right into the plush pillow over there, but she's enjoying herself, her afternoon slumber. All right. So let's get started for you. Let's see what's going on. Okay. All right. So what I wanted to share with you is this card here that talks about. This is beautiful, because when I get this card, what this is telling me, obviously there's a lot of you've got this orange here that to me really speaks of energy, okay? And it really focuses on just something in terms of a relationship, something in terms of a situation, okay? It is it's almost as if things that you want to get going, all right? There is some sort of agitation of change that needs to take place. The elements are already there regarding a situation, regarding a relationship. But I will tell you, a little heat is going to get things moving, all right? So this is about, bringing on a little bit of heat, okay? Because this instability brings in, existing insecurities or concealed issues to the surface, okay? And this is saying make the most of this disorderly time right now that might be happening right now, and to allow you to bring something to new heights and begin a new plan. So take a risk and shake things up a little bit, Aries, and see what happens. And don't really confuse like any stability with something being stagnant, okay? Because we all know this, like heat, the energy is constant. It's constantly moving, and movement is constant. So this is saying, if movement is constant, be sure to direct it in the way that you want it to go, okay? That's going to be very, very key for you in this month, all right? And this is saying, is just, still your mind, focus on your heart center, and truly allow the wisdom of all the ages to truly illuminate your thoughts and to totally nurture your soul and to guide you into complete wholeness. And that's what the card really wants you to know. And it's quite beautiful because it's almost as if that, it's almost as if, it's almost as if you're offering yourself some sort of ease. There's two hands that are behind the head on here, which is quite interesting. It's almost as if you've got wings, right? So it's like the angelic realm is with you. It's almost as if that you're given some sort of Reiki healing or some sort, because you see the two hands there, and the hands are really, really important. And it's actually just putting it on your neck to ease the tension, to ease any sort of pain, and to also come to illumination. It's almost as if that you need extra energy to a situation, and what that does is it excites the atoms and quickens change, right? And that's what it does in your body as well. So it's bringing some sort of change. So it's kind of like massaging your neck. When you do something different, it's just saying that you'll get a new feeling out of that, and that new feeling is going to bring you to new heights. It's going to shake your body up a little bit. So maybe getting a massage of some sort, maybe getting any sort of maybe it's any sort of Reiki healing, something like that could be really, really helpful for you. Okay, and that could be something that could really, truly, truly help you. Okay, it does heal, and it has a lot of benefits to it, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual enhancing. It truly, truly does. And it's an ancient Japanese method as well. And it's all about, balancing your energy in the body. And it actually benefits you incredibly, okay? And sorry, guys, if you hear the washer going a little bit. I've shut the door, so hopefully it's not too loud, okay? Just want to bring that to your attention there. Okay, because I do still have, I have laundry just like you do, okay? All right, so with that being said, okay, it stopped. So with that being said, that it is going to help heal the body and also heal the mind. So whatever it is that you need to do, anything that's sort of therapeutic that's going to help you, that perhaps involves the shifting of energy and the shifting of heat, is going to be fabulous. Okay, so that's what it wants you to know. So whatever situation that's going on for you, go ahead is basically saying, hey, really follow through with that and get some relief. What else is there that we need to be aware of over here? Specialization. Wow. To me, this is almost like this almost indicates like this some sort of magician card of some sort. And seeing that you obviously got all the tools, in any respect, but it also takes some sort of specialization, through the process. So, perhaps it's something that you're working on. And maybe it's perhaps a work situation. Maybe perhaps it's just a hobby that you incredibly love. And what this is saying is specialization comes into place when it's saying that you might need to look at it a little bit differently and hone in on something that's going to set you aside from others, okay? So know what you want and do what works, okay? What works for you. What works for you may not be what works for everyone, but that's okay because that makes you unique. Really refine your abilities, Aries, is what this is talking about, and transfer that skill set from one environment to another. And I think the biggest thing that I have, in terms of what's really coming up for me in this card is don't underestimate yourself, okay? And that is going to be extremely key because you're going through some significant transformation. And this is saying is that, you don't need to be good at everything. Narrow your interests down a little bit and then build on existing strengths, because that's going to conserve your energy output and increase your value, okay? So there is a very creative response to change, and you are going to see that, and what's going to happen is you're going to really flourish, okay? So the spiritual meaning behind this is that there's a higher purpose to everything, but currently it is not too clear, because what you're finding is that you've got the moon I don't know if you could see that, but you've got the moon crescents in here, okay? As you go through this shaping and shifting of the transformation that you're doing right now. And it's talking about that some things will be hidden, and you might not be very, very sure how your life is going to be changing. It can be unsettling. But soon the pieces of the puzzle are going to start coming together. And what's going to happen is you're going to be juggling beautifully this beautiful transformation here, okay? You're going to find meaning in this, but for now you need to trust the refinement process that is happening in this shaping and shifting of your on what it is that you desire, okay? So trust in the refinement process that is happening. Hone in on your ability to love and develop your capacity for compassion, because what's going to happen is the truth will become clear, as everything else will seem to fly away, okay, that will move away, but your truth will be coming through to you, okay? So that is something to truly keep in mind at this particular time. So if there is a business that you're going in, maybe you're teaching, whatever that is, this is saying to specialize a little bit more in that. And what it wants you to do is to get a little bit more, kind of in tune to that. And I think that's going to really, really help you as you move forward, of course, on your journey there. Okay, so specialization is going to be your key to success. And that's one of the biggest things. So what else do we have coming out here for you? Okay. Ready but waiting, okay? Well, this could be a love situation, or this could be, a particular situation. Maybe you've been, putting things out for, in terms of a career and looking for perhaps a new job, and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting because you've been ready and ready and ready. But this is saying to have patience in this process is going to be very, very key for you, okay? Because there's things that need to be put in place by the universe to make it the right thing for you. So keep in mind, there is no rush at this time, okay? There's no rush, and bide your time and be ready to act when you need to act, okay? But really observe and build your stores of knowledge, energy, and resources. Resist being, goaded to act before you are ready, okay? Note that if you're afraid that you maybe have missed your chance on something, Aries, whatever that is, if it's a love situation, whether it is a work situation or any sort of situationship overall, you haven't, okay? You have not missed your chance. Prepare and be poised for an opportunity, because confidence is not being certain of success. It's being prepared to give something your best shot, okay? So you are actually at this time, you're being very, very protected. I want you to know that, as that's what I'm feeling from here. And it's from a higher power. And that's why everything seems to have come to a standstill, okay? It said that, that there is time, there is reason, and there is a season for everything under the heaven. And I will tell you, this is incredibly true, very, very true. When the time is right, Aries, all is going to be clear and things will progress easily. But for now, this is calling on you to have a little bit of patience here, okay? It's going to be needed. The time is coming closer, okay? And it's going to be worth the wait, all right? Whatever that is in your heart, okay? It's almost as if like there's this little seed that's being planted, and it's very tiny. It's kept in its status is, it's kept there until the right amount of water and oxygen and soil and heat are going to trigger the release into the world. And then the seed contains those inhibitors, right, that hold the new plant back until the conditions for survival are close to ideal, okay? There is a very limited supply of food and energy in a seed. And once triggered, that seedling actually uses that energy in that seed, and it boldly upwards into the sunlight. And that's what's going to happen for you here. And that's what I see. So the right heat is going to be necessary for things to happen, okay? And at that moment, it's going to just it's going to just shoot out. And so there is a specialization in this process, right? There's a shifting, and it's it's incredibly important that we wait this out. And this is saying it's almost there. But this is saying it's a vital process or job of the protector and the nurturer. And this is kind of how it's done. So from here, it's up to the seedling to find nourishment and respond to the surroundings after it's actually hit that point where ready but waiting, and then that opportunity hits. You are prepared and you're able to laser right through it. And I think that that's what's really cool, Aries. You've gathered up all your knowledge, you've gathered everything up, you've looked at everything closely, you've prepared your plan, and at least in your mind, and then also perhaps, in your heart and your soul. And if you've got those all aligned, that will help it even, be even better for you. But this is saying prepare for that. Be ready to jump when that opportunity hits, because it's going to be more successful for you and bring more success to you. Okay. And then just keep in mind, like I had mentioned, after that, the seed, shoots boldly upward into the sunlight, it's no longer a seed. So you're no longer going to be that same person that you were before, right? Because you've gone through such specialization through this heat process, okay? And you are ready for that opportunity to hit, okay? Now, again, this could be love. It could be a job, it could be a business, or it could be, again, an up-leveling of any of those three I just mentioned, okay? And know that you're not going to be a seed anymore when that opportunity hits, because now it's going to be the job it's going to be up to the you to find that nourishment and respond to your surroundings by stretching towards the light, by stretching towards what makes you feel good emotionally, and stretching towards like the water, the nutrients that you're going to need to release to get you to the full height. Okay, but it's done little by little. Okay, and that's what it wants you to remember. Okay, so beautiful. When the conditions are right, there's no more waiting. So get ready, Aries, to launch. All right, get ready to launch. We're gonna pull one more card. Okay, it's a lot of talk on 3 cards. All right, and then the last one that we get to. Okay, the card that we have here is friction. Okay, and this is right under the specialization card, which might be causing you some friction. I think it's almost in between your specialization and moving on, ready, but waiting. You have to experience some sort of friction in this process for you to go to that next level. Okay. And that's what's going to be key here for you. So keep that in mind. When you go through, try to hone in on a specialization, you're going to go through a lot of hit and misses. So maybe that if it's a dating experience and you are going on dates, you might, kiss a couple frogs before you get to the right one, right? So this is saying is hone in on your specialization, write down your, get your values in line, get your, your plan in place and get your vision in alignment with your body, heart, mind and soul, and all of that together and in alignment, so you can vibrate that and get rid of the friction that has held you back from the past. Okay, so this is turning up the heat a little bit on whatever it is that you're doing, so you can have that success. But it's like sometimes you can't have success until you have a little bit of friction in place, right? And as much as we, it's just as much as we hate to, to go through that, it's always well worth it. Okay, so that's what this kind of talks about. Okay, let everything surface, let go of resistance, and don't be concerned with the outcome. Okay, that's going to help you more. Allow some things. Feelings will come and go, like shadows of the past, right? So just release them into light and love, and allow this change and letting go of the past, things that were certain, because you're creating this brand new future by up leveling here. You're that opportunity is coming your way, and you can embrace this smooth transition. But through specialization, you're shifting and sorting, throwing stuff out that doesn't work. You're taking things in that does work, and you're going to kind of file that up, and then boom, you get to that, ready but waiting. And during this part, you're going to experience, yes, a little bit of friction. Okay. So there's a change, with a clearer understanding. So you could have friction with another person if it's a relationship. If you could have friction with something on the job and nothing's happening fast enough for you. Whatever that is for you, counter any sort of abrasive type of feeling or personality by elevating your own knowledge and experience, and pull back your emotions and let the truth reveal itself in any situation, okay? And I bring this up because there could be someone that might confront you, and you might have to have an uncomfortable discussion with questions, but listen to gather information and be flexible, okay? Change your position, due to a clearer understanding, but don't be worn down by any argument, okay? Definitely resist your attempt to erode your character in any way, shape, or form, okay? So that's what it wants to let you know. Reduce friction by softening the surface of an argument with respect, with engagement, and with kindness, okay? And that is quite beautiful. So what is going to help you out in this process, Aries? What is a few simple words of advice through this process that we can help you out with, okay? Interesting. You're being like a shapeshifter and filing and pulling in and pulling out, and opportunity hits. And this is just advice to get you ready. And this is just things to consider, if it resonates with you, on what you can do for a softer and more ease of in the path of least resistance as you merge towards success. Okay. All right. What is it? Oh, heal heart and spirit. Wow, this is beautiful. So you're going through maybe some sort of healing of the heart at this time, and the healing of your spirit. So perhaps you were in some way, shape, or form kind of weathered a little bit, and it's almost like this brown tree is wrapping around the growth, okay? And that's like the heart and spirit are coming together to achieve the light that they want to give, but it's going to take a little bit more growth, and it takes a little bit more healing that needs to take place. And so it could be a healing of a relationship, a healing of a dropping how you were before and taking the mask off and being someone different because you've changed through these experiences. I think that's really beautiful. So what else wants to come out for you here? Clarity. Exactly. I think that when you're going through specialization and friction here, you're going to receive that clarity as you heal your heart and your spirit as well. But you won't get it unless you turn the heat up and have some of this friction come into play. Soften things a little bit, back up if you feel like you are being pulled into some sort of uncomfortable situation, whether it's an argument or not even that, or just a heightened discussion that's a little heated, okay? So just note that, all right? You're gonna get clarity through this process, so note that, all right? Just keep that in mind. And what else do we have? Third chakra, your solar plexus. Exactly, okay? This is beautiful. Okay, so what I see here and what this talks about for me here is that your powerhouse and your center, you kind of were maybe knocked off balance a little bit, okay? And that's what this talks about, that you may have been knocked off balance just a little bit. And what this is saying is to count on your solar plexus to kind of get things going in the right direction, okay? So that's what this wants to let you know, okay? And it's just about maybe just doing some sort of heart healing, spirit healing, and then you've got the chakra. So knowing that this is between your navel and your solar plexus there, so it's just kind of right there. It's an element of fire actually, which is quite interesting. But it's all about your stomach, your digestive system, your liver, and that type of thing. But it is about your expression of will. And I think what you're doing is you're getting clarity on how to harness your expression of your will, but also use your expression of will. And that is truly, truly key, okay? And that's what I mean when I say that you become into an uncomfortable argument. That's saying is that you become more, to become more balanced through your chakra, and to use your personal power and your mental abilities and your energy wisely. But it is the expression of will, and you radiate your power in the world. And that's what happens through the solar plexus, right? And to enhance that, some oils on that would be like the chamomile. It could be sandalwood, frankincense, even myrrh or rosewood. But that is very, very helpful for you. This is your core self of your power and your assertiveness, and this is where it actually originates. So I think clearing this out and keeping that level is going to help you kind of handle this with a lot more ease in the process. So I hope that this resonated in some way, shape, or form, Aries, and I look forward to seeing you in the month of April. And until then, namaste.